kept stealing from my Christmas tree farm, so I made sure they stole one that fought back. The first time it happened, I couldn't believe it. We just opened for the season, and my best tree was gone. A beautiful 8-foot Douglas fir. I'd been growing for 7 years. My kids helped me check the security footage. There he was, my neighbor, 2 a.m., backing his truck up to my fence. My youngest asked why someone would steal a Christmas tree. Don't we give people Christmas trees, Dad? I didn't have a good answer, so I made light of it. Maybe they're struggling, I told my kids. Maybe they can't afford a tree and we're their Christmas miracle. I even started leaving the best trees closer to the property line, making it easier. For 5 years, every December, my neighbor would steal my best tree. Always the biggest, fullest specimen on the lot. The ones I'd spent years growing. My wife thought I was too soft, but she loved me for it. Then my daughter got sick, leukemia. The doctor said she had maybe weeks. She made me promise we'd pick out the most beautiful tree on the farm and decorate it together. We chose a magnificent blue spruce, 9 feet tall, perfectly shaped. She was wrapped in blankets, weak but smiling as her brothers helped string lights while she directed from her wheelchair. We hung her photo in the center, surrounded by angels. It stood right in the middle of the farm, lit up every night. The last thing we'd done together as a family. It took me 3 days to see what should have been obvious. 9 feet tall, perfectly shaped, right in the middle of the farm. They always took the best one, so I did what I had to do. I walked across the street and knocked. When my neighbor answered, I didn't be around it. I know you've been taking trees from my farm. I said it in the nicest tone possible, but that blue spruce with all the lights is my daughter's memorial. She's dying. Please, any other tree but that one. His face went red. Excuse me? Are you accusing us of stealing? I'm not accusing, I'm just asking. His wife appeared behind him. We don't appreciate being called thieves. I just need you to know that tree means everything to my daughter. He laughed, this short, cold, heartless laugh. His wife smirked. The door slammed in my face. That's when I realized they didn't give a shit, and neither should I. So that night, I went online and ordered 100 praying mantis egg sacs for $19.99. They arrived 2 days later. Small tan foam-like pouches that looked like nothing. I dealt with mantis hatches before. Years ago, hundreds invaded our barn and took us weeks to clear out. Each of these sacks contained 100 to 200 eggs, enough for 10,000 mantises to overrun their entire house. That night, I went to her tree and carefully wired the egg sacs deep into the interior branches, systematically covering every section. From the outside, you couldn't see anything, just a perfect Christmas tree. Then I waited and waited until 4 nights later when I heard the truck engine at 1 a.m. I ran upstairs and woke everyone up. My sons, my daughter, pale and weak. Dad, they're taking my tree. That's okay, sweetie, they can have it. She looked at me confused. Remember that year all those praying mantises hatched in our barn? The ones we spent weeks cleaning out? She nodded slowly. Come watch. You're about to learn what happens when people steal and show no respect. We stood at the window in the darkness as the neighbor backed his truck up to the property line. He and his wife and their 7 little gremlins laughed and cheered as they dragged the tree, my daughter's tree, into the truck bed. We watched the next day through their window as they positioned it, strung their lights, gathered for photos in the living room right next to the fireplace. Perfect incubation temperature. Then it happened. My daughter was struggling to keep her eyes open until she saw the orange glow across the street, flames, bright and climbing fast, licking out of their living room window. Dad! She yelled. Their house is on fire! We ran to the window. Smoke was pouring out, and we heard the screaming. The wife, the husband, their kids, all pouring out into the yard in their pajamas, coughing and crying. 30 seconds later, they were pounding on our door. Help! Call 911! The house is on fire! My wife grabbed the phone. I opened the door. The neighbor was covered in soot, eyes wild. There were thousands of them, in the walls, the vents, everywhere. We tried to burn them out, and fire trucks screamed down the street. Police right behind them. The firefighters got it under control, but half the house was destroyed. The neighbor was ranting to anyone who'd listen, pointing at me. He did this! That maniac put bugs in our Christmas tree. He knew we'd take it. We've been taking his trees for years, and this time, he stopped. His face went white. The officer turned slowly. You've been stealing trees for years? No, that's not. I pulled out my phone showing 5 years of him stealing my best trees, including the video of him and his wife laughing as they dragged away my daughter's memorial. The officer watched in silence. The tree he stole, did you know it had insects? I just smiled. Officer, praying mantis egg sacs are native here. He stole it from my farm. How would I know? My daughter was next to me on the porch, watching it all. She looked at me and smiled, really smiled. Daddy, are the praying mantises gonna get in trouble? Nope, can't arrest a bug. She started laughing. My daughter passed away 2 weeks later, but she couldn't stop talking about how the praying mantises set the thieves' house on fire.